Are you going on a first date? I recommend watching this video to eliminate all your doubts forever. Start feeling confident in your first encounters from now on. Today, I'll talk about the first things women really notice in men, what truly matters, and what doesn't. Some of you become very conscious of things you think matter a lot when, in reality, girls don't even notice them at the beginning. You'll be just fine not worrying about them. So, today, I'll discuss the first things women truly notice in a man, and I'll be honest. Many of these are quite superficial. We're judgmental beings, we notice things, pay attention to appearance, that's how things are. Even though we can make our initial assumptions about someone based on superficial things like external appearance, it's when you truly get to know someone that you decide whether you genuinely like them or not. So, stick with me until the end, because there are some things here that aren't just about how you look. Number 1, the most obvious of all, your face. This is the first thing you see when talking to someone, getting to know them. It is what it is. Here are the first things women notice when looking at your face: your jawline, how well you groom your facial hair, if you have any, your eyes, and your smile. We're all attracted to different things. What one woman may find attractive, another may not, but the main thing about your face is just how well you take care of it. It's all about how you work with what you have, what makes you stand out. Good hygiene habits show that you take care of yourself, which is incredibly attractive to women. Which brings me to the next point, your hair. It's definitely something that girls notice, but if you're bald or have gray hair, don't worry. Many girls appreciate that too. As long as you take good care of your hair, you'll be fine. Some girls will be interested in you, others won't. We all have preferences, everyone has their preferences. So, it's important to understand that, regardless of what you do, someone might not like you, and that's okay, because there will be someone else out there who will. The next thing a girl will notice is your clothes or your style. Your clothes and your style say a lot about your personality and how you choose to present yourself, especially if it's a first date or something where you want to make a good first impression. Now, I don't want you to dress like someone you're not, but I also don't want everyone to look like generic versions of the next guy. You have to add your personal style, your personal touch to things, and dress as who you are. If you know you have to dress well for something like a first date, just present yourself in the best way possible. Girls won't be attracted to things like the brand you're wearing. It's not about the brands you wear, but how your clothes fit you. Just make sure you look the best you can. One thing is having nice clothes, but if you know how to style them to make them even better, girls will notice. Number 4, body language. I would say this is one of the most important things on the list because you can learn a lot about a person based on their body language. The way you behave is crucial, and not all guys know that. This will be a huge determining factor in whether someone feels they can talk to you or not, just based on how you stand and behave. A guy who talks with his hands, who doesn't put his hands in his pockets or crosses his arms, will seem much warmer and welcoming than someone who's just standing in a corner with arms crossed or hands in pockets. So, stand tall, be confident, take your hands out of your pockets, uncross your arms, and look like someone easy to talk to. Another important thing here is eye contact and a smile. If you're talking to someone, you should maintain eye contact with that person instead of averting your gaze or looking at the ground. This just makes you seem more approachable and also like you're actually listening to someone when you look at them. Number 5, your hands. If you're meeting someone for the first time, that person will notice your hands. A girl will notice this. Keep your nails trimmed and clean. Number 6, a fragrance. It's one of those things that's not a deal breaker, but if you use a fragrance, it makes you stand out, makes you approachable, makes you seem warm and inviting, and girls love a good fragrance. If a girl you just met hugs you, and you smell incredibly good, it's an instant stimulus. Also, having a distinctive fragrance will make her remember you every time she smells that scent. So, use a fragrance you like to wear around her. I promise it will make a big difference. Number 7, communication. So, how are you talking to her? How are you communicating with people around you? How are you treating others? It's important to pay attention to how you're acting, how you're speaking, because it says a lot about you. Another thing here is, if you're talking to her, is the conversation really awkward, or is it flowing smoothly? This will also depend on the girl you're talking to because sometimes you just don't click with someone. So, if you can have a good conversation, if you have a good vocabulary and speak well, that will make you more attractive. Number 8, sense of humor. If you can laugh at yourself, not take things too seriously, and be a relaxed and easygoing person, that automatically makes you more attractive. Girls love guys with a sense of humor. If you can make her laugh, it just makes her feel more comfortable around you, helps build a connection between people, and allows you to feel more at ease around them. Number 9, your space. If a girl goes to your house or is in your car, she will notice how clean it is or isn't. It's attractive when a guy keeps his space clean, organized, and tidy. It's a big turnoff when a girl enters your space, and it's messy and dirty because it's also a clear sign that she'll have to clean up after you, like she's your mother. So, keep your things tidy and your spaces organized. Not only will it be attractive to other people entering your space, but it will also be a more pleasant place for you to live. A girl will also notice the things you have in your space. Do you collect something? Do you like art or play the guitar? She'll be able to tell a lot about you just from the things you have in your apartment. If you have many books, things like that, it makes you look smarter and well-informed, like a well-rounded individual. You'll look great, regardless of what you're interested in, what you collect, what you have in your space. Just showing that you have interests, hobbies, and that you're involved in things makes you look more well-rounded and more attractive, and girls really like that. And that's all I have on the first things girls really notice in guys. You'll notice that when you meet someone for the first time, it's mainly about how that person looks because that's all you have to base anything on. Once you start getting to know someone, you'll also notice other things about them, like personality, sense of humor, what they like and don't like. At the end of the day, that will determine whether a person likes you or not. So, guys, it's not all about looks. I don't want you to think it's just about looks, and it's not about some things you're so conscious about, like the type of car you drive or how much money you have in the bank. A girl can't see your bank account, she sees how you behave and how you interact with others. In the end, this will make you more attractive than any amount of money you have. There are so many things you think girls care so much about, but most girls just want to be with someone who is kind, treats them well, is financially responsible, regardless of how much money they make, and makes them feel safe and happy. So, keep that in mind. There are things you can do to improve your looks, but there are also things you can do to become a better person and a high-value gentleman. Now, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. It was a pleasure having you here. Until next time.